Good morning, welcome to BFM's Morning Headlines. I'm Sharad Kutan, and we're going to start with the Edge Financial Daily, and it's not just because they bought into a stake of BFM recently. It's because they carry this story, which is about the budget. So conversations about the budget continue. On page 6, it's really worth noting what Fitch is saying about our budget. Yes, looks good, but the issue is track record. Can we really keep the budget reined in? So that's something to read. Also, a response from the Ministry of Finance to criticisms made by this man. He appears on the front page. He is DAP's Tony Phua. Okay. The Malaysian Reserve is there. It has a picture of the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Communications. Nothing to say about that. Then we have Sina Harian. Now, most of us live in the Klang Valley, or at least people who can hear BFM. And this is a story about the state government. So that's your Menteri Besar. And apparently, according to rumor, that man is trying to challenge him, but everybody denies it. And it's about, strangely enough, him not spending enough money. So the state of Selangor has cut its budget deficit. It's in the surplus now. The question is, what are they going to do with that money? The Assembly, which is controlled wholly by the Pakatan Rakyat, almost, is saying, well, they're not spending enough on their constituents. So they're unhappy with this man because he's a rather stingy fella, apparently. Anyway, that's the paper to read. Storm chaos in Britain on the front pages of the Star. Do we really care? Apparently we do, because it stopped our Prime Minister from attending something called the World Islamic Economic Forum in the UK. What's interesting about this, of course, is that stories are rife in the social media about how much the government spends on the homes, the residents of both the Prime Minister and DPM. 2.5 million in utility bills. They are rather large establishments. Okay, Berita Harian goes with some interesting, it's an exclusive. This time it's about the Highlands and encroachment on Forest Reserve. Apparently, it's been revealed that, not surprisingly, that officials and syndicates are colluding, sekongkol is the word, colluding to take land that actually should be kept for forests and for conservation and such. So here's a story, that's an exclusive from Berita Harian. We have a story from the New Straits Times, often the voice of their masters. Home Improvement. No, not the American sitcom. This is about a scheme called the Private Affordable Ownership Housing Scheme, My Home. And it's about government giving a subsidy of up to $30,000 to help home ownership. Something to read if you want the official view. The Sun follows up on that tragic story where a bank teller was shot by a security guard who clearly faked his ID, and he'd come from Sabah. And talk was that the Sabah issue was visiting Semenanjung. Now, apparently they're going to have biometric checks on the IDs of all security guards nationwide. This might be too little, too late for the family of that bank teller. The Malay Mail actually has a very interesting story, and I should have pulled them up earlier, but here you have a rather cluttered front page. And when I first read this, I actually was a bit confused. So it says, Event London Olympics, Sport Dumping Stuff, Champions Malaysia. Now, what happened? Well, according to some intrepid journalists who rifled through the report following the London Olympics, Malaysian athletes left behind sponsored shoes, medicine, official attire that were given. So they clearly didn't have space in their luggage. They wanted to stuff it with souvenirs, I guess, and what they did was they dumped all this stuff in the Olympic Village for the host to clean up. Now, that's not very nice. And I think that's something that the Malay Mail is trying to point to, bad behavior on the part of Malaysian athletes. So there you have it. Finally, I love this headline, Ustaz Kantoi, which means Ustaz is busted. He took donations and then he built himself a bungalow in Cambodia. Nice stuff. Okay, that's Tuesday, the 29th of October on BFM Headlines. I'm Sharad Kutan. Join me tomorrow.